guys, it's Jacqueline. So a lot of you may know me from Instagram. I do blogging on chronic illness. I focus on traveling, staying fit, and in general, just the day-to-day, what we deal with on a daily basis and how to manage it. It can be really difficult just doing normal daily tasks, as you guys know. So I asked you guys recently if you would be interested in me doing a few videos. And I'm really excited to do this first video for you guys. So I know we're all going through a lot. Everybody is right now. We're in a global pandemic. Life is pretty uncertain on what we can do and can't do and when we can return to normal. For a lot of my chronically ill people, going out into the world probably wasn't as frequent as others. So, hopefully you're dealing with it okay, but I don't expect everybody to. It's difficult times, but I really don't want to focus too much on that. I am in Michigan. We're in the third highest state for cases, so it is something that I have a little bit of anxiety about for sure. But we're not here to talk about that today. Today I wanted to go over my skincare routine. So I recently went to the dermatologist, and I was actually really excited about this appointment. Dermatology is the least of my worries. I have plenty of specialists, so dermatology was kind of put on the back burner, like, hey, when I have money, when I have time, I'll worry about this. It's not something that's seriously affecting my life like everything else. And I feel like dermatology is that way for a lot of the chronically ill, I would love to go, but I have so many other issues to focus on first. And on the same note, chronically ill people typically have skin issues. So, for me, it's probably because I grew up taking methotrexate. For others, it might just be comorbid to whatever they have going on. There's plenty of reasons to have face issues, but I think a big reason that drew me into wanting to talk about this first is because almost everybody has skin issues. A regular person who's not chronically ill can probably relate to having some kind of acne, rash, whatever it is. And I think that's important. I think making chronic illness relatable is a really big deal. All of those self-confident issues, the embarrassment that you feel with skin problems, we feel that all the time with our invisible illness. We can't do all of the same things. We have a lot of different limitations, and that awkwardness that you may feel outwards, you can kind of relate to what we're going through, just on a different level. So I really like the idea of picking something that we could all kind of come together, relate to, understand. There's probably a lot of generally healthy people who will still watch this video, and that helps get the word out a little bit about chronic illness and chronic pain. So moving on from that, anyways, I went to the dermatologist. I was pretty excited. Like I said, I put this off for a while, and I don't know, I went and it was still a great appointment. The dermatologist was amazing, which I rarely say that about doctors. I feel like it's really hard to find a good fit for specialists, and anybody chronically ill can completely relate to that. You've at least been to one doctor's appointment that went horribly and you left just so distraught. This was not one of them. I rarely have that experience, so that was awesome. But anyways, I went to the dermatologist and I felt kind of gypped. Like, I just spent a decent amount of money to see you, and almost everything that you've suggested is over the counter. So it was still productive. My skin is actually doing really well compared to normal. It's still not fully cleared up. It definitely seems like it in this video. I caked on the makeup. I do photography as a hobby. My lighting's pretty decent. So there are a lot of factors making it not look as bad as it is. I will include some photos of before and after so you can see how bad my skin is. It's not great, guys. It's embarrassing. It's awkward. Enjoy. I don't know. But yeah, I really felt gypped. I was like expecting some, life-altering medication or something. And I suppose you get used to having medications thrown at you too when you have more issues. But anyways, a lot of the things are over the counter, and I think it's absurd to have to spend so much money, especially if you don't have insurance. I'm sure this visit would have been hundreds of dollars if I didn't have insurance, because I had to see my regular physician first, just for her to be like, yeah, I don't fucking know, go to a dermatologist. And then obviously wait months to get into the dermatologist. And then when I finally went, it was 15 minutes of them throwing over-the-counter medications at me. So that kind of grinded my gears, but still glad I went. Face is doing great. His advice was wonderful. So some of the new items that I'm using are things that you've probably seen in the store, probably had suggested to you, but maybe you weren't doing them all at once. I know that was my experience. So I'm going to start with a moisturizer. Also, I should mention what I was diagnosed with was acne, eczema, and rosacea. So it's 3 parts of an issue. The items that I was given was mostly to treat acne and the eczema. I have not started any treatment for my rosacea. He wants to clear up the other issues first, so we're not just piling all this stuff onto my skin. And then we'll kind of go from there. I'm also already taking beta blockers, and that's the main treatment for the type of rosacea that he diagnosed me with. And I'm already at like a pretty high dose for my POTS. So he was like, yeah, we're not doing that road, but we may treat it with antibiotics later. So that'll be a different video. Totally happy to update anybody who's dealing with that on how my treatment goes. Anyways, getting into the items, I'm going to start with the moisturizer. This is the off-brand Cetaphil Moisturizing Cream. You can do the on-brand if you would like. This was cheaper, and he told me it was perfectly fine to use, so I went with this. It is very thick. Like, it is a butter, okay? But this stuff is fantastic. And I mean, I've tried every goddamn moisturizer. Every single one. Like, this has been an ongoing problem in my life. I have like horrible combination skin. It is insanely dry. This stuff is great. It is not scented. So it's not going to agitate your face if you're like me and have eczema, which is super cool. But it has actually helped really well. So I actually have been using this 3 times a day. So do have to use it a lot if you have as bad of dry skin as me. You might not. Everybody has different skin, so use it how you feel you need to use it. Another one that's really common is benzoyl peroxide. This is the 10% foaming cream. Again, off-brand. I was given a prescription for this, and my insurance was like, LOL, you're not getting that. Not a big deal. It's off-brand. CVS even hooked me up with a coupon for this, so it was like $9. I really like the foaming one. I have used this before. I didn't have much luck. I feel like I was overusing it and not combining it with the right products. So it is working a little bit better now that I'm combining it with other things. It does dry out your skin, which is why that Cetaphil is so important. You have to be using moisturizer with this. Otherwise, it is a fucking train wreck. So anyways, moving on from that. The other thing that I was prescribed, this is the only prescription medication that I was given. It is a retinol A. Not even going to attempt to pronounce it because I will probably mispronounce it, but I will put it in the description. You can get something similar over the counter. I tried it in the past, and it did not do amazing for me, but there are a ton of people online that like that was the answer to their problems. So it's called Differin. I don't have it on me to show you. I have used it before, like I said, but I don't have any. It's a retinol A, so it kind of helps your face regrow, essentially. It's like the super ghetto way to explain that. So, but yeah, this is something that you should only be using at night, and the same thing most likely goes for the Differin. I suppose sun exposure deactivates it, the way he was explaining it to me. So probably want to put it on right before bed, and that's what I've been doing. I use this once a day. Different, I know you can use up to twice a day, but again, if you're going out in the sun, you don't want to do that. So the other product, and again, this is over the counter, and this is actually probably the biggest difference I've noticed for my skin. This is called Ordinary. And again, everything will be in the description for you. It also helps kind of regenerate skin. It also unclogs your pores, keeps them clean. It prevents acne from that. And I have had just great luck with it. I've only been using it for like a week and I've already noticed noticeable difference in my face. It's a lot less red. It also decreases inflammation. So, I mean, my skin is also like softer after I use it. You can get this at Sephora or just off Amazon. With the current pandemic, Sephora literally shipped faster than Amazon Prime. So whatever works best for shipping for you, or you can go in person, whatever. I have not left the house in a while. I'm trying my best not to get COVID-19. I know many of you are as well, because let's face it, we're all probably high risk. So anyways, that has made a huge difference. That's something that I had never used before. And I was really excited to get my hands on, and I'm really glad that I did, because it has made a huge difference. I've seen just absolutely absurd before and after images online on Reddit and whatnot. So I have really high hopes that that's going to help my skin a lot more than I expected. And I really wish I had known about the Ordinary line prior. I've heard other great things about all of their other products too. That's something that you could look into potentially, but I'm just sticking with what the doctor ordered. My final skincare routine is this exfoliating wash. I was actually told to only wash my face once a day with a product, and I have now started washing my face just with water in the morning, and that actually has helped my dry skin quite a bit more than I expected. I felt really gross doing it the first couple of days. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, there's all this oil, I'm gonna die. But once I got used to it, it was actually fine. I just wash with water, and I do this once a day in the shower. It's not something that my dermatologist told me to continue. He was a fan of the Neutrogena lines, but in general, if you just get a gentle cleanser, you will want to add an exfoliator though, to get rid of that dead skin when it's coming off from the retinol and the Ordinary. So yeah, like I said, all of these things can be found over the counter. I did have an extremely difficult time getting anything that was prescribed approved with my insurance, and I actually have pretty decent insurance that I pay out the ass for. So that was really disappointing. My doctor actually had to reach out to my insurance just for me to get that retinol cream. So, I mean, Differin didn't work. I really didn't want to use anything over the counter for that, since I had already tried the Differin and it wasn't working out. I did okay. It wasn't the results that I wanted. I really want my skin to clear up. And you'll see in the photos as well, like, it's a fucking train wreck. My skin is a train wreck. It's dry, there's acne, there's oil, like, help. And I know a lot of you, when I posted that on my Instagram, you were like, what? Your skin looks perfect in these. Like, what are you talking about? Guys, seriously, I do photography as a hobby. Like, I'm pretty good at retouching my photos. I don't do it to be dishonest. It's just kind of second nature to me. Not only that, but I also wear makeup to cover my acne. I am totally self-conscious about it. I'm sure everybody with bad skin is. So yeah, I mean, I look really good in photos, and in person with makeup, I'm not looking horrible, but I really want this to clear up. I don't want to have to rely on makeup and, you know, like my photography skills to wow the world. But my Instagram really isn't about being glamorous or wowing the world. It's about chronic illness. I try to be as real as I possibly can without like hating myself for being disgusting or something. But yeah, I'm really excited about these videos. I would love to hear anybody ask any questions, to reach out to me if you have any items you'd like reviewed. I'm going to be focusing on obviously travel videos, because I do travel a lot. That is the whole purpose I opened my Instagram account, was to share how I'm traveling, even though I'm chronically ill, even though I'm taking a ton of medications, whatever. I think it's really important that we still see the world if we're able to, in any way that is possible for your restrictions. So that was my main focus with opening it. I am more focused now on fitness than I was prior. I have kind of become a fitness nerd. You can see behind me is my little free weights set that I recently got. Just in time for the pandemic, I might add. I feel like that was really prepared of me, very adult. I'm not adult at all. Don't take that seriously. But yeah, I focus on fitness quite a bit now. You know, I've been doing a lot of mushing with my dogs, so that's always going to be a topic lately. But I also just focus on the day-to-day. Like, there are some days that I'm out hiking 14,000 foot mountains, and then there are other days where I seriously just can barely sit up. You know, that's a part of chronic illness. I deal with RA fatigue like mad. So yeah, I mean, there's just various days where I can do way more than other days. But fitness has certainly helped that, and that's why I've been so big on, like, guys, fitness is so great if you're able to just do anything. You know, obviously your fitness might look totally different from my fitness. So yeah, I've been pretty focused on that. I can say that with my skin, it has gotten a lot better since I've been super into fitness, since I've started a healthy diet, since I've drank a lot more water, but it still hasn't been great. And that's where the decision of, okay, maybe all this stuff I'm reading online about how it's totally my diet and totally my health and my fitness issues and I'm not drinking enough water, probably isn't the issue. Like, I've literally tried everything I could without going, hey, I need a hand, guys, help. All of my dogs in the room. That's Orca. He's the one I mush with. Yeah, this is Evie, my pit bull. They're sweet puppos. He has crazy blue eyes, so he's pretty cool looking. Anyways, my dogs probably want to go out, so I'm going to wrap this video up. Again, if you guys have anything that you would like to see, I would love to do more review videos, more travel as I'm able. Obviously, right now isn't peak travel time. And, you know, whatever I can think of to talk about. So anyways, this video has gotten awkward. Thanks for coming. I'll see you guys on Instagram, and I'll talk at you later. Bye.